Sisters who watch. Sisters who watch. Sisters who watch. Disney.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, hey. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Sisters Who Watch.
I'm Shelby.
And I'm Laura, and we're sisters who watch everything. TV, movies, sports, concerts, and even fangirling like Disney adults. We love to watch, and we love talking about it even more. Today we're watching Disney
Nostalgia.
Before we get into Disney nostalgia, please give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our Spotify and Apple Podcast page so you get updates when we release new episodes. And follow us everywhere at Sisters You Watch on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're there, so go support us. Oh my gosh, Shelby. Today
Big
we have
news.
2 amazing special guests.
Yes.
From the Matcha Talk podcast, it's Liam and Annette. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Shelby. Hi, Laura. My God,
Thank you
I'm
for
so
being
excited with you.
here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Tell our audience about yourselves and about Matcha Talk.
Well, I'm Liam, and this is Net.
Net.
We're both API besties. We have the Matcha Talk podcast. We talked about issues such as transgender rights. We talk about mental health. We talked about also, LGBTQI community as well. Yeah, pretty much. Check it out.
Amazing. Yes. Such an important podcast, and we're excited y'all are joining us today.
Yes, and we're so thankful that you guys had us here at your show. Yeah.
Of course. I know that this topic of Disney nostalgia was y'all's idea, right? Can you tell us why you wanted to talk about Disney?
Well, Disney's really been part of our life, since we're younger, and anywhere. It could be animated, TV show, music, movies, all of those, It's such a big corporate company too. So Disney is really there for us since we're younger, and I think it fits to our topic. Yeah.
Yeah. And also how like Disney, trying to portray any populations, black, white, Asian, or even how like maybe like the princess with diagnosis. I don't know if you saw that on like social media, how it's like, oh my god, like Disney character, each one like represent like certain diagnosis. I was like,
Mhm.
huh,
Oh.
Wow.
that's interesting. And I feel like Disney is really trying to include everyone. Or slowly.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for bringing up the topic. We're very
Yes.
excited because Shelby and I, we typically review specific titles. So this is our first time, experimenting, doing something a little different.
Yes.
So
So
we're
Sister
excited.
does know everything then. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So, Shelby, tell us a little bit about the background of Disney,
Yes.
what we know of it today, how it started.
It was founded in 1923. They actually just celebrated 100 years in 2023, which is pretty iconic. They're one of the iconic brands in entertainment, one of the iconic studios.
Mm-hmm.
And in particular, we grew up watching Disney Channel. For a little background on that, Disney Channel is an American pay television channel that serves as the flagship property of Disney branded television, a unit of the Disney Entertainment Division of the Walt Disney Company, which was founded in 1983. So, Disney Channel been around a bit as well. It was pretty important for us. I feel like we had Disney Channel on 24/7 growing up.
Yes.
That's how I kind of like learn how I speak English. Because English is actually my second language. I don't know about you guys growing up, but like for me, like English was like really difficult for me because that was like my second language, and Tagalog was my mother tongue. So Disney kind of helped me like how to do expression, how to do like this type of oh my gosh, like that's a Raven or Lizzie McGuire growing up.
Yes.
Kind of like very quote unquote American ways of saying it, right? I like the inclusivity of from the black, from the Asian, also from the white. It's funny because like we like we grew up watching like I don't know about you guys like Sweet Life with Zach and Cody, right? We have Brenda's song. Now Brenda's
Yes.
song's right there, and she represents the API community there, and I like how because like usually you like Asian people are portrayed in media such like we're like the nerd, we're like the we're like the sidekick, math, all of this thing. But
Right.
Brenda's song itself plays like the like a Harris that's like I don't know quote unquote airhead.
And I don't know if you guys ever like watch Disney, like Mickey and Minnie, like in different country.
Oh.
Have
No,
you
I
ever like
haven't.
stumped into that? It's very interesting. Like, I mean, I'm Thai, so I'm from Thailand, and then like the Mickey and Minnie in Thai version. I mean, of course they like speak Thai and everything, but also like the environment and how the way they represent. It's like kind of mixture of like American and the actual culture of where they're like viewing it. So it's like American and Thai at the same time. So when I'm watching it now as I'm going older, and I was like, oh my god, like that is funny because I don't see that in America TV show.
Yeah.
So only see that in Thailand, and they're a little bit different actually.
I recently was in Europe and actually got to go to Disneyland Paris. And even though the parks in Paris, almost everything was in English, right? And they did have like some French specific rides where they spoke French or like had French written on the walls, but it was still like a English centric experience. And it was just fascinating because I'm like, wow, we're literally in Europe, we're in Paris, and to understand most of Disneyland, you got to know English and know what these like American stories are.
Were there other like Disney TV shows that y'all really enjoyed?
I love Wizard of Waverly Place, Selena Gomez, Hannah Montana, that's for sure. Shout out to my bestie, Hilary. Just kidding. She has the same birthday as I am.
Oh,
just
twin.
fun fact
birthday
out there.
twin.
Yeah. Like with this shows and stuff, like even watching it kind of like when you play that movie or music, there's like a memory that comes with it, right? Like when you watch that. That's why Disney's like has that type of nostalgia feels, like I remember Cadet Kelly.
Yeah.
You guys remember that show?
Yes.
I mean, movie, correct?
Very
And
important
also,
Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah, like it gives you that type of like warm, feeling of like watching it. So yeah.
I know for me, something that you said, Liam, struck out to me because I remember as well watching like That's So Raven or Sister Sister, The Proud Family, and feeling so represented.
Oh my god.
Like it was so important to see like a Black girl on my TV. And so in particular, like those shows really stuck out to me. And I'm grateful because it does seem like, 90s, 2000s was when more of the diversity started.
Yeah.
So I think we grow up at a really cool time where there were more diverse characters in kids' TV and on Disney.
Yeah. Don't forget the Cheetah Girls. Don't forget the Cheetah Girls, girl. My god.
Yes.
My favorite movie.
Yeah.
I love the Cheetah Girls. Literally growing up, what my AOL for throwback, my like AOL email account was like cheetah related because I loved so much. Yeah, if we were messaging on AIM, it would be like cheetah related. So funny. And then when I studied abroad in Prague, I was like, I have to go to Barcelona and have my Cheetah Girls moment because Cheetah Girls 2 was set in Spain. Like I had to strut. I had to.
Like you mean it. The Cheetah Girls is such iconic music. I mean, Disney in general has such iconic music. Like, so many of the stars became these huge singers, right? I mean, Hannah Montana music, so good. Best of both worlds. See You Again. Pumping Up the Party Now. Like, there's so many.
Yeah. Don't forget about the past Disney generation, too. We have Ali and AJ. Remember Ali and AJ?
Yes.
Oh, love them.
God. Had a lot of their songs.
Like, don't age yourself.
Yeah, gotta be careful how far we go back.
Yeah.
So funny.
Sabrina Carpenter. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Olivia
actually,
Rodrigo.
I only watched like Shake It Off and whatever the new shows were. I don't know what they were.
Zendaya.
Shake It Off. Yeah.
Wasn't that more recent? No?
Do you mean Shake It Up?
See, I don't even know. I can't even pretend that I'm.
Laura's correcting you.
Yeah, because Laura's closer to Gen Z than I am. I can't even pretend to know. She was like, "You mean Shake It Up?"
I was like, Shake It Off. I was like, what is that?
I'm screaming. I couldn't even pretend.
I can't. Wait, you don't love Olivia Rodrigo, Shelby? What?
I did not know who she was before. It was news to me that she was a Disney star. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh man, I'm aging myself. That's funny.
Yeah. But do you guys remember Vanessa Hudgens too? Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Love
High School
High
Musical.
School Musical. High School Musical has its own era, like during our time. That's like a big thing, you know, like
Huge.
in our teenage years, preteen years. To be honest, I'm aging myself, but like preteen years, like where, you know, that's like a Taylor Swift to us, you know, like that era type of thing, you know.
Yes.
Like it's on our lunch boxes, it's on our pencil case, our notebook, our planner. That was everything. I don't know about you guys.
Everything.
Yeah, and they have that movie dubbed in different type of languages too. I don't know about in Thailand, but like they have it dubbed, and I'm just like,
Yeah, and it sounds so weird.
I love High School Musical so much. I saw the third one opening night in the theaters with a bunch of friends. It's everything. I love High School Musical so much. The second High School Musical movie for me is the best. And I love the music from it when they're all like working at the summer like country club. It's so good. So I'm obsessed. I love High School Musical so much.
that part two, girl. That's part two, and I love Fabulous. You know, like remember Sharpay, Fabulous.
So good.
Yes.
I think my favorite High School Musical song is probably Bet on It from the second movie when Troy is like running around the golf course.
Oh,
and he's like staring at his reflection in the pond. I'm obsessed with that. I remember my friends and I, we would act it out. We'd be running around campus in high school, middle school, elementary school, singing that song. Oh my gosh. Do y'all have a favorite High School Musical moment or song that you really love?
Well, I used to have a massive crush on Zac Efron and Corbin Bleu. Oh my god.
Of course.
Sorry.
Same.
I gotta say that out loud. Like those two. It's just yeah, you know, like I had Zac Efron as my planner, you know, back in middle school. And I have like Corbin Bleu as well there too. I'm just like, it's just make my day. You know, they're looking at me. Do you guys remember Kiki Palmer in that movie? Was that skipping rope one? That one with
the jump rope.
Blue?
Jump in.
Jump on it.
Jump
in.
Oh my god. That is oh my god, that is amazing. I love that movie. It's oh my god. Yeah.
So good.
I just felt like I grew up like with them as well. You know, you seeing like those celebrities such as like Miley, Selena, Demi, you know, Vanessa, so on. Like you see them like grow up, you know, and I felt like I don't know if you guys felt this way, like kind of like I want to look like that. I want to wear makeup like Miley, or I want to have a hair like Selena, or something. Did you guys have felt that way?
Yeah, I definitely. I don't know if I was like, ooh, I want to look like them, but I remember Hannah Montana was like so like confident, and I was like, wow, she's a superstar and like a high school student. Like, how does she do it? You know? I'm curious if you all have any favorite like animated movies. I know for me, it was The Little Mermaid. Like that'll always be like one of my favorites. So I was pumped for the version with Halle Bailey this past year.
I love that. I love the new Little Mermaid. I love it. I think they cast the perfect person. I like how Pixar's slowly including Asian in Pixar, such as like Red Panda. I don't know if you guys remember Red Panda, you know.
Yeah, I heard of it. I didn't see it though. How was that?
Oh, it's so nice. I like how they have the Asian aunties there. That's like very symbolic of our Asian community.
How about you, Nat?
Yeah, and for me, it's gonna be the Mulan. And Mulan, I mean, come on, girls, she can do this. She's so strong.
Yes,
She
she's a
proved them, right?
baddie.
That girl power.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Mulan. That was one of my favorite movies growing up because, right, like growing up, you don't see women being powerful and fighting
Yeah.
all these men. And
Mhm.
she was just such, like Shelby said, such a baddie. Oh my goodness. And as a child, I just loved seeing her just be the strongest and the best and the most powerful and beating up all the guys. I
Yes.
just loved it. Do y'all have any like Disney original songs that you love from these movies?
Something High School Musical, definitely. Yeah. Hilary Duff's song, like from Caratelli, you know, that one too. Or
That's a
Dreams
good
Are
one.
Made Of. Oh my god. Girl, I would sing that all the
Literally
time in the
so
shower.
many.
Yeah. I would sing that in the shower. And then I would
Wow.
have like a karaoke type of thing in the shower. I think it's my concert. You know, I'll grab my shampoo and hey now, and you know.
Ah.
Yes.
I know, I can picture it, Liam. I can picture you belting it out.
Oh, Shelby, you have no idea. I swear, I will flip my towel like a hair, like, and be like, hey now, hey now.
Clearly, we have to do
Okay.
karaoke one day. We have to do karaoke one day.
Oh, that's a date, Shelby.
I don't
Yes.
know
I'll be
if
there
you
in
want to
LA,
do
no time.
karaoke
Mm-mm.
with Filipino.
Oh, girl, Filipinos,
Uh-oh.
like, we love to party. We love
It's in the
karaoke. We love.
blood to sing.
Part of your world from the most recent version of Little Mermaid. Like, it was in my Spotify Wrapped as one of like the songs I listened to most this past year. Like, I had it on repeat. I thought Halle Bailey sounded amazing. I was just so obsessed. He's like a fan of Little Mermaid, and then like her voice, it was just amazing. Remember Me from Coco is so good.
Oh my god.
Like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I feel like Coco is just, you know, like the Hispanic history with the Day of the Death, and like it just it hit hard emotionally, right? Just like remember the past one, and I watched that movie and I felt so like, I don't know, so sensitive. Like watching it, I was like, oh my god, like so sad but happy at the same time.
One of my favorite songs is, of course, from Mulan. I'll Make a Man of You is so iconic. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. So good. I love that song.
I would go with You're Welcome from Moana.
Ooh, yes.
And another one that I feel like every time I listen to it or hear it, it's just so lively is the Hukana Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Oh my god.
It's iconic. The Lion King. That's a good one.
Yeah. When you hear it, it makes you so happy.
I feel like I have to say the entire Cheetah Girls album. Like every song on Cheetah Girls was
oh my god.
Every single one.
Stop
like
right now. Oh my god.
Sisters, we stand together. We make up one big family.
Hold on, let me put on my wig and then I'll flip my hair.
Oh yeah. We need wigs, we need cheetah print. Yeah.
Okay, we should do this next year for Halloween. Us for like Cheetah Sisters.
Ooh,
okay, who would you be, Liam? Which one of the Cheetah Girls would you be?
Girl, let me see. This is so hard, but let me stir my tea. Of course, Raven, but I wanna be Adrian. Sorry, Adrian. Yeah.
Everyone wanted to be Chanel or Adrian's character. I remember we were like fight over who wanted to be who in the Cheetah Girls. No one wanted to be Aqua or Dorinda. It was like between Raven and Adrian.
Yes. You know, like going back to the TV shows, I really like how Disney would have Raven. Do you guys remember Raven's Home?
I remember watching the pilot. Yeah.
So like Raven's back in Disney and she actually demand creative on the show. I love that.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
she was actually playing a single mother, you know, and she was playing I think she was like recent the Raven's sexual orientation that show is bisexual, I think. Yeah. And I was just like, whoa, really? Raven's bisexual and stuff.
Wow.
So I like how they're both sharing like, you know, like being a single mom's responsibility is really hard at the same time. Having a girlfriend like Chelsea, we need Chelsea in our life, to be honest. That is my Chelsea. I love you, girl. She is my Chelsea, Wait, I'm having a vision. Hold on. Okay, kidding.
Having a vision.
They have a moment that they break off the Disney mold, and each of those stars, such as Miley, Selena, Demi, all of those stars, like being from a child star to adult stars, were you guys ever felt like, oh my god, she came out with a song that's very adult, or were you, because it's shock value, right? So which of those moments were you guys like, oh my god, she did that, or he did that?
I definitely think I felt that most with Miley. I feel like Selena and Demi didn't do as much shock factor as Miley did. I think, was it like the Wrecking Ball album where like Miley had her like very chopped hair and like was wearing a lot of black, and it was giving like more emo. I was like, whoa, what's this? Like you could tell she was really trying to distance herself from like the Disney energy and like the Disney brand.
Before the whole Wrecking Ball era and being naked swinging from a wrecking ball, there was the Can't Be Tamed era. And I remember this specifically because she had done all the Hannah Montana stuff, and then she came out with Can't Be Tamed, and she was like in a cage, like swinging around. She had her dark hair. She was wearing like all black, like cut off shorts, and I was like, whoa. That was the first time Miley was, kind of rebelling from her Hannah Montana nice girl phase. Yeah, I think Demi Lovato also had like a lot of struggles, and she's come out and said her story a lot about how she struggled with her sobriety for a long time. And I remember on Disney, she was in Sunny with a Chance, and I remember really enjoying that show, and she was so fun, and she had such a great voice, and she still does. And I specifically remember the Don't Forget album, I believe. And it's like very rock, and it has such good songs.
Yes.
I love that album. So, yeah, but now she's like openly talked about how, since then it's been like a real struggle for her. Like she had, she had overdosed and she almost died, right? Which is so sad. Yeah. So it just shows you like what happened, like what did Disney do? Did they not give her the resources that she needed? Whereas some stars, right, like Zendaya and other people like Keke Palmer, it seems like they had an easier transition. So it's interesting.
I feel like it's more about the groundedness behind the camera. You know what I mean? Like either like this people itself like chooses to go maybe like with a different crowd, unfortunately, and then influenced you to be in a certain way, like the Biebs, like the Biebs is a little different and got influence, and Zendaya, maybe like Zendaya and Selena. Selena kind of came out with her documentary that her mom always kind of helped her ground her down, like have that sense of normalcy. I felt like if you keep going in this type of spotlight type of life, of course your normal, you don't have that quote unquote groundedness in your life, to make you feel yourself. So, yeah. For me, the most shocking thing, I want to speak on behalf of the LGBTQI. I want to say Nick Jonas. So, I don't know if you guys remember Screen Queens, and now like he has this moment and he's gay. Oh my god, that was like a shocking movie, and that was like a wish fulfilled. I had the biggest crush on Jonas Brothers. Speaking Demi Lovato, going back to Camp Rock. Ooh, yeah, and then Joe Jonas too, coming out with so Calvin Klein photo. I thank you for whoever chose Joe Jonas too. Yeah. Looking at stars, like child stars, it's harder for a woman to come out on that that dough of being a child star than men. I don't know, because like we've seen Miley, Selena, Demi, and Zendaya coming out of that, but men just go to the gym, take off their shirt, and bam, like you're a freaking adult star already, like you're rich.
True.
Like woman has to go through all of this transition to prove themselves in this entertainment industry, which is so unfair,
That's so true. Liam, what Disney movie would you have for a first date?
I would say the Cheetah Girls. You know, yes. I
Love
was like,
it.
if it's a girl, like girl, or if it's the
Wow.
not that girl. So I gotta see the vibe. If you dance with me and stuff, okay, cool. Next, if if you're not, then okay, just go.
Gotta go.
How about you, Laura? I want to know what movie would you like choose?
Maybe a classic, maybe The Lion King. Like
Lion
that has
King.
such iconic songs. Like you'll sing
Yeah.
along to it. I mean, if you don't like The Lion King, what are we doing here, right? Like this is a movie I've seen so many times.
I see what you're doing, Laura. Can
Yeah.
you feel the love tonight? I love it. Oh my
Exactly.
God.
There's some
Yes.
romantic parts too, right? You got Hakuna Matata, Net's favorite
Yeah.
song, right? Like
Mhm.
good vibes. I feel like Lion King has a lot of classic, iconic moments.
How about you, Net?
For me, it would be the movie Up.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
Do you remember that
God.
one when like the
Yes.
grandpa refused to sell his house
Yeah.
because like it has
Mhm.
just so much memories, and how like he met up with that boy and how they went on an adventure together, and how he kind of just like kind of learned how to let go and live life.
Oh.
I don't know,
I
that
love
movie's
that.
just so cute. I think it's really cute.
I feel like if I had to choose a Disney movie and we had to watch on a
Mhm.
date, I feel like High School Musical would be kind of fun
Yeah.
because one, I'd have to see if the person likes High School Musical. Like if you don't like High School
Deal
Musical,
breaker.
it's kind of a red flag.
Imagine if your date would like stand up and just sing in a movie together.
Hey, that's a test too. If your date's like straight or not, be like, they start saying, "Oh, I
Bro.
like Zac Efron too." Oh my
Do you?
God.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that movie with twins where they have
Yeah.
like there are bewitches or
Twitches?
witches or
Twitches, yeah.
twitches? Yes.
I'd
Mhm.
say like Sister was one, and it was originally like on ABC, I think, and then reruns ended up on Disney. But
Yeah.
Tia and Tamara Mowry, like, still big fans of them, and that was a show I just
Tia
remembered
Tamara.
like loving, and
Wow.
it was great again to see representation on screen. Right, they were sisters, like, it was fun. Like, that's a show, and of course, That's So Raven. Like, that representation, it was like so fun. Raven was hilarious. Every time she got a vision and made a face, I was like laughing hysterically. It was just
Right.
so good.
Yes, I totally agree. I think when I think of a show that really resonated with me and I felt so represented was probably That's So Raven, because she was like such a star and she was just so funny, like so herself. Like she was
Mhm.
goofy, she was over the top, like she was quirky, and like that was celebrated, right? And
Yeah.
like I love the meme when she's like, "That's my jam," and she's like dancing like really like over the top, and it's like still a meme today.
And I love American Dragon, Jake Wong. I love Jake
Yes.
Wong. Like, I love how they have, um, how like the Chinese culture being broadcasted there, like how we respect our elders, and that's a must, that's like the I don't know, like the culture itself. But the interesting of it is the actor who's for the American Dragon is Filipino. So just that stuff is just being represented of my culture as well. I'm like, oh my God, I know that person. Yeah, Dante Biasco, I think. Biasco. Yeah. So yeah, I felt more connected in that way, because like that actor is there. How about you, Net? Like, which impact you?
For me, it will be the Wall-E. You remember that one? The robot?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I like it too because they're so cute. But I think that movie is like a great representation of like, what we have to do as a human being to slow and prevent our Earth to be like that.
I think you'll mention that you've been to Disneyland. Like, how'd you like Disneyland?
For me, like Disneyland, I mean, if I would have go there when I was younger, I probably would love it. But I actually went there for the first time when I was kind of older. So for me, Disneyland was a little too young for me. So I didn't like it as much compared to the other side, which is the California Adventure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think California Adventure would be for me more. But even though I am not a roller coaster person, so I won't go on any crazy ride, but I'll try all the 3D rides.
As Shelby mentioned, we went to Disney World, I think, twice as kids, and I'm the youngest of our siblings, so I was in the stroller being pushed around. Like, I didn't go on any rides, right? So I don't really remember it well. But I went to Disneyland last year with one of my friends, and I loved it. Like, I feel like Disney does something like to make you drink the Kool-Aid and you're like, wow, like Disney's so magical. Like, I felt the nostalgia the minute I walked into the park. And everyone's wearing like the Mickey and Minnie Mouse ears, and there's all these characters going around, and you just feel the Disney magic. It is so true. And I just had the best time. I went on so many rides that day. And but like you said, Nat, it is so expensive. That's definitely a hate to hate for me, because like the price is so much. And I think for one day it was almost $300, like for just one person, right?
Like
because
an arm and a leg.
Yes.
And that's not including food and merchandise.
Exactly.
And you gotta get food, because the food's good. Like the turkey leg, the Dole Whip, churros.
Oh my god.
So
the churros. That looks so good too.
Y'all, should we move on to our categories for Disney nostalgia?
Let's do it.
Okay. So first, who or what did you love to hate about Disney nostalgia? I guess for me, we talked about it. Like Disneyland, I loved it. I had a great experience, but the lines are so long, it's so expensive, and especially if you have a lot of kids, like it's just not manageable. So I'm putting Disneyland / World in my love to hate category.
I would say hate to hate would be okay. Because Lizzie McGuire reboot was not continued, so I was like really sad about that, because I was just like, oh, Hilary Duff is gonna be going to be in Disney Plus, for to be Lizzie McGuire, because this character itself grew up with us,
Right.
And I wanted to see where Lizzie is now, at this age, maybe a career woman in her 20s, or 30s, and is she married? Is she seeing someone? Is she with Bordeaux? What happened? So when they announced that Lizzie McGuire is not going to be rebooted, oh my god, I was just like so sad.
I also have reboots just in general in my hate to hate, because obviously the reboots getting canceled are the worst, but I know Shelby and I've also talked about this. Like, there's so many reboots, right? And it's like, does every show need a reboot? I know that there was a Proud Family reboot, and I think Shelby, did you watch that? And you said it wasn't that good, right?
I tried to watch an episode, and I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't.
Yeah, there are too many reboots. I mean, what do y'all think? Do you agree?
It's kind of like some of them reboots kind of hit and miss. You know what I mean? Like some of it hit it, some of them seems like rush. Like the storyline of it and stuff. I get it, because you have like you have to make the character modernized now, in a way.
Right. For our hate to hate category, this was like the 100 years of Disney 2023 this past year, and as Shelby and I've talked about on the podcast, like this hasn't been the best year for Disney, right? Shelby, can you like talk about that a little bit more?
Sure. So 2023, Disney's 100th year in existence, was a softer one. They had multiple movies come out, like Elemental, Wish, Indiana Jones, and the Dial of Destiny, that underperformed. Even some of the Marvel movies like Ant-Man weren't that great. So throughout the year, people were concerned about Disney. They also didn't have the best press, because Bob Iger, their CEO, didn't handle the strikes in the best way. Like a lot of his comments rubbed people the wrong way when he was talking about like the actors and writers on strike. And their stock went down. Like, it was a bad year for Disney from a business perspective. So for love to love, what are we feeling? Who or what did you all love to love when you think of Disney?
I would say love to love would be Brenda's song. Of course, she's
Oh,
always been there. My
yes.
God, in every
Yes.
Disney movie, Brenda's song's always there. But like, I don't know, cause like it's funny that how she ended up with what's that guy again from Home Alone again? You guys.
Oh, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they end up together and they're like quote unquote nostalgia together, right? Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. I like Brenda's song because she has this movie called Wendy Wu, Homecoming Queen. And that's like
Mm.
a very nice twist because like she's a woman and she kicked ass in that movie, and
Yes.
yeah, and again, like it really has that representation of strong woman, in that film. So yeah. Love to love. Yes.
Disney Channel was so big in the 2000s, right? And that era had such a
Huge.
huge impact on who we are, right? As adults now. So, yeah, love Disney Channel and all those Disney movies. Okay, are y'all ready for our game? Red
Yeah.
flag, green flag. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Net and Liam, we're going to ask you some hot questions and you got to tell us what you think. Got to give us your
Okay.
hot take, okay? So, Net, I'm going to ask you the first question. Is it a red flag to be a Disney adult? So an adult who's like obsessed with Disney, like goes to Disneyland all the time. Like, is that a bad thing? What do you think?
I think it's a green flags because I know, because they have childhood, and I think everyone that have that, I think they grew up right. But I know that as an adult, like maybe I might tell them like relax on that a little bit. They're expensive. There's other places that you can go and travel and see. But if I would give them a green flag anyways.
I love that answer. You're so right, because if you're a Disney adult, that means, you're in touch with your inner child, you're down to have fun, right? So, yeah, I like how you approach that question, because I feel like a lot of people would be like, no, that's weird. Like, that's a red flag.
Okay, Liam, we have a question for you. Is it a green flag to recast diverse actors in classic roles?
I would say definitely yes. Like green flag because like it kind of gives the character more of added a little bit more to like to it, a tone to it, this acting style, how they carry the character. That makes it like interesting to watch more. I don't know if you guys watched TikTok when Little Mermaid trailer came out, right?
Yes,
And
I know
then
what you're
those
gonna
kids are
say.
just like, oh my God, mom, look at her. She's like me. And then that's really heartwarming to
So
look
cute.
at. Like the Jack's generation to feel included, that because like that in our generation growing up, we didn't feel like that person represents me. But like, as we go older, okay, cool. Like they having that felt relatable moment for the next generation now, which is really nice, and felt good, like to feel included. Yeah.
Okay, so overall, parting thoughts. Is Disney and Disney nostalgia a wait or a watch? So are we here for it? I think we are here for it.
Definitely here for it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
feel like
giving
always,
watch.
Waiting. Yeah, definitely waiting for what's next that they're gonna come out with.
Totally. Yeah, that's a great segue to our what to watch segment. So, Shelby, tell us about some of the new Disney things that are coming out. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, so in 2024, I think Disney's going to try and do better with their theatrical releases, and I think they can. They have Deadpool 3 coming out, and it's highly anticipated with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman back as Deadpool and Wolverine. So that's already been very buzzy. And I know, Net, you mentioned Deadpool, you're a fan, so that'll be good in 2024, later this year. Inside Out 2 will be coming out, which is a sequel to Inside Out, a movie that I know I liked. I was seeing it in college, so I can imagine that'll probably do well. So yeah, I do think Disney will have a more promising year. It just seems like there's some exciting things ahead.
what things, Liam and Net, are you watching right now? Like, what are things that you're enjoying? Doesn't have to be Disney related, or like things you're excited to see.
As of right now, I want to find some time and go back to finish You from Netflix. But then also for the future, I mean, of course, I want to watch Deadpool 3, but I also want to watch the Aquaman.
Ooh, yes.
Part 2. So I'm excited for that.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh my god. Right now, I'm currently watching First Wives Club in Netflix. I love that show. It's so nice. It feels like you're part of the girlfriend group, watching it and stuff. If you guys haven't watched it, you guys should really check it out. I don't know if you guys into Korean drama. Oh my god, I love Korean drama because it's such a make you feel good type of show. Like after a long day at work, especially working in the hospital. How about you two? Like, what do you guys like watch like currently lately?
Since it's like Oscar season, we're watching a lot of, the Oscar buzzy movies. And of course, The Bachelor, Joey's season. So the new season of The Bachelor, we're excited about that. Yeah, lots of reality. We're deep in Bravo right now. We got The Real Housewives of Potomac happening, and it's amazing. Vanderpump Rules just premiered the new season, so that's what we're excited about right now. Well, thank you both so much for being here. It was so much fun having Liam and Net of Matcha Talk Podcast. Tell the people, where can they find you? How can they support you?
Well, you guys can find us on Spotify and also YouTube. Every Friday we have new episode. We do have a lot of interesting topics come out, recently, from December to January and February. We currently gonna do a little side. We just finished our project with Manipur filmmaker recently in January. We're kind of excited for more projects. Maybe we could do something together as well,
Yes.
maybe in the Bay Area community, especially. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Maybe Sister Who, watch. And also Matcha Talk Podcast may do something together with other content creator. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Of course. Anytime.
It was amazing having y'all on. Happy to do it again. Let us know. Love to keep the collaboration going.
Well, if y'all enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed hanging out with each other, please give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you stream podcasts. Check us out on our YouTube page and subscribe to our channel there. And make sure you're subscribed to our Spotify and Apple Podcast page so you get updates when we drop new episodes. And please make sure to follow us on all social medias at Sisters Who Watch, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're everywhere. So go find us and support us.
Yes.
And also don't forget to follow us too. Our podcast in Instagram, Matcha Talk __ podcast. Also Matcha Talks in TikTok. And also don't forget to follow us as well on Spotify and also Apple and also Google. Yeah.
Amazing. Yes. Please follow all of us. Reach out to us. It's been so fun having Mossy Talk on, and we're just grateful for the support. Thanks, everybody. Stay watching.
Stay watching.